Sir Chan. Today we are going to talk about the soul. Repetitio on Aristotle on the soul, or as we call it, anema, or soul or psyche. I'll give out my thesis and of the following that is given in the format that we are supposed to do. Now I will begin. The soul cannot live without the body, and the body cannot live without the soul. They need each other in order to exist. Support point 1. The human body may change in different ways, but the soul will remain the same regardless of the changes in our body. Objection to that point. The soul will change as well when the body changes, for they operate as a whole. Illustration of that objection. When a human being grows up, their bodies become stronger, they grow taller, and their face will become more mature than before, since they are growing up. And so does our soul. It grows as the body grows and is able to change into something different. Change into different, that means that our soul will also change into something new, just like our bodies changes. I won't answer the objection. The body may change into different types of shape and form, but the soul will remain for what it is, and the soul cannot be changed by mere changes of the body. For they may be a whole, but they have different types of changes and corresponding points on those changes. The body may change, but the soul will stay the same. It will only change a little bit, but not its form. The form will still be the same, for it is the body's essence. Support point 2. The movement we show in our bodies is the soul moving and bring it out to actuality or reality, as we so call it. Objection to the point. The movement that we see in our function, the movement we see is the function of our brains and not of the soul, since it is in our brains that trigger us to move and to bring us into actuality and reality, and not of the soul. Illustration of the objection. When moving or doing something, we first need to think before doing that action, and after thinking, we are able to do what we thought of first. And our minds and our bodies, it is where we begin to move and not of the soul. So we think first of what we are going to do. So it is in our brain, it is in our mind, not in our soul, but in our body. Own answer to the objection. It is actually from our soul where we begin to move. We cannot move if we don't have a soul. Our bodies will be lifeless, and a form without essence. For without essence, it means the soul is not there. This shows that we need both our soul and body to move, since they are one as a whole. In moving the body and of the soul, they need each other, because they coexist with one another. You cannot move a body without a soul, and a soul without a body does not connect. So you need both of them. Support 3. The soul and body are one, so it has unity instead of parts. The soul is one but has a lot of capabilities. Objection to that point. The soul and body are a whole, yet it has parts in which they differ, such as the body acquire different types of skill that doesn't affect the soul, and the soul doesn't achieve that, while the body does. Illustration of that objection. While playing basketball and boxing, the body is the one who inherits the skill and not of the soul. It is learned through practice and with effort. So it would be unlikely if the soul already knew how to play basketball and boxing already, since if the soul already knew, then there would be no need of practice, since our soul already knows what to do and how to do it. Answer to that objection: the soul and body has unity, for it is one. Each soul and body is only one, so reincarnation doesn't exist. So it would mean that it does. Thus, our soul is only one, and our body is only one. So, what if one dies along with it, and there would be nothing left. We would be gone into this world, and another soul or body would be born. Insight on answer 1. The soul cannot be changed, whereas the body, it can be changed in form, but the soul remains pure of what it is since the beginning. Insight number 2. The soul already knows the movement. As our bodies, it is our body's job to unravel the secrets of our soul. The soul and body create the movement as a whole into actuality or reality, but it is the soul that first brings it, then the body follows it. Insight on number 3. Even if the body were missing its parts due to accidents, the soul would still remain as it is. Anything that harms the body cannot immediately harm the soul, but the soul will remain as it is, even if the person is missing a leg. You see, even if I were to lose a thumb, the soul would remain as it is, because the soul cannot be directly hurt, for it is not in the world of form. It is in the world of form, but it is within our bodies. So it is only our bodies that is hurt, not our soul. In conclusion, the soul and body is one, and taking care of it is crucial for our livelihood. Since if we cultivate the soul in our bodies, if we cultivate only our bodies and not of the soul, our soul would be left with nothing. It would be not knowledgeable of anything. It would be ignorant. But if we cultivate our soul and bodies, we would have a much more healthier body, soul, and mind. We would be in complete control of ourselves if we are able to cultivate our soul and body with the good. And that is why we should understand that the body and soul is one, and we should help cultivate it into the better or the good. That is my repetitio on Aristotle's The Anima, or on the soul.